Good morning, good afternoon, whatever time of day it is you're watching this video, you handsome lot. And I'm sorry I haven't posted for a little while because I've been extremely busy to a point where I think, oh, I got a car in, I'll make a good video. Just don't get time to make it. But anyway, we're going to have a little bit of a chilled, what day is it? Chilled Thursday. We've got a little 1.6 Fiesta Sigma engine, fantastic. And we're going to be doing a timing belt on it. Now this car is exceptionally clean. I'm not going to tell you the mileage on it until probably the end of the video. I'm going to let you lot decide and have a little guess in the comments and see what mileage is on this vehicle. But anyway, let's get involved and get this timing belt replaced. First things first, obviously we've got to get the vehicle on the ramp, because how are we going to get underneath it? Get the driver's side headlight out, simple 2 T30s and a little plastic clip. Lift it out of the way. Plonk it in the car so it doesn't get damaged, and then we have got maximum access to everything that we need down by the timing belt area. We're going to take the vehicle up, remove the coolant tank cap, take it up in the air, drain the coolant out of it, alternator belt off, and possibly remove the starter motor. With that vehicle fully raised, just look how clean it is underneath here. Obviously, it is 2013, so you are going to get a little bit of surface rust. It could probably benefit with a bit of an ice blasting to make it clean. Even look how clean the wheels are. What? I know I've got holes in my... I've ripped my works trousers. I haven't cut myself. This is the only jeans that I've got today. They'll do, don't worry. Don't worry. Anyway, back to the story. Look how clean it is. Right, I'm going to get this coolant drained out. Little plastic cover up there, and we've got access to the alternator belt. All the coolant is now drained out of it. Just pull the bottle off, pull it round to one side. Now I have put my engine support underneath the vehicle. We're going to go ahead now and get this, if we can, get this engine mount off, and if we've put the support on correctly, that little engine should pretty much stay where it is. Look at that. Absolutely perfect. Now we need to get this alternator belt off and also the water pump pulley, but we're going to take the pulley off first. Well, slacken the 10 mils off before we take the belt off. I'm just going to wind the engine up. So we've got all that space now to get a socket on these 4 10 mils. All right, let's get a little 10 mil. Wrong way. And them now. They're nice and slack, and we can go ahead, because these are a stretch belt. We can just go ahead and cut it off, because we will be putting a brand new one on it. And get the pulley off. Now on these, over the years, the amount that I've done, it's never really the timing belts that have failed. It's always been the water pumps that have failed. They start leaking or they start going noisy. Well, there we go. That one is just leaking down the bottom here. Can you see? Right, I need to go now and get the alternator off, the timing cover, and this upper engine mount. Well, I'm just taking this engine cover off. Have any of you lot guessed how many miles it's done? Do you reckon we're going to be a high miler, a low mileage, one that's been extremely looked after and you can't really make a decision? How is everybody anyway? Are we all being good? I tell you what, it's nice to have a little bit of sun on you, isn't it? It's so nice to have that UV on your skin. Makes you feel really good about yourself, doesn't it? Right, now with that timing cover and the engine mount out of the way, the only downside of these, the water pump's there, and it'd be easy if they could, I don't know, they've combined it with the tensioner. Oh, it's a right pain, but it's no drama. It's going to be changed. Right, let's get this engine timed up now. I have spun the engine over and pretty much already timed the camshafts up, but we've got to do the crank. The little dot on one pulley and a little line on the other at the top. Can you see it? Dot, line. Now I have got two of these tools. I don't know why. One for the 1.5 EcoBoost and one for the 1.6. They're both the same timing tool. As you can see, they do go different ways. But me being me, I like to have a little bit of organisation. Just put a little bit of red paint in them just so I can see he's faffing about. And they just line in pretty much like that. And they hold the camshafts and stop and turn. But we're going to take them out, take a car up in the air and just put the timing pin on the crank. Now to time the crank up, so there's 10mm bung that you need to just take out by there. Slacken it off. They're not very tight, only about 10 newton meters. You can take that out. What I can show you. Take that bung out. And we get the crank locking pin. And whenever you're putting timing tools or timing pins in engines, always make sure, don't just think, oh, that'll do. Make sure that they are tight. Put that in, and then we can get our 18mm on the crank. Now it might be right, it might be 180 or 360 degrees out. No, that is bang on. So we can drop the engine now and put that camshaft holding tool back in. Crank bolt, I have just wanged off with a gun, and it might even just go back on with the gun because I've done plenty of these to know if it's tight or not. But we do need to remove the crank pulley because everything is free floating, there's no woodruff keys on them. They do go tight over time. And I have just had to borrow, believe it or not, that crank puller tool off one of the other lads in the workshop. I have got a big beta one. But he's like, oh, I've got the proper one for one of them. I was like, well, let's have it then. It's no good in your toolbox if I need it, is it? Anyway, right, let's get this crank pulley off. With that pulley now off, we can go ahead and get the timing belt off. You can literally just use your thumb on the tensioner, push it up, pull the belt off. Simple as that. I tell you what, they're lovely to do, these are. Absolutely. Oh, hang on, let's have a little look at the condition of the belt. It is a genuine Fomoco one. It is in very good condition. Right, let's get the new belt on. Well, no, we don't need to get the new belt on yet, do we? Because we've got to change. Why is the camera up there? We've got to change that water pump. Just like magic, that water pump is now off. It's very simple to take off, just some 8mm. And as you can see, that water pump has been weeping through the weep hole. So it is about due for replacement. Normally, like I said, they either leak or they go really noisy, the bearings doing them. It's the only time that I've never had one of these where the timing belt has actually snapped. In all these years I've been fitting these, never, ever, ever. It's always been these that have been the issue. Let me know if you've had the similar sort of issues. Let's get all this cleaned up. And of course, we're going to be fitting my preferred timing belt kit, which is Schaeffler INA. New water pump, all new bolts, even for the water pump. For the crankshaft cam pulleys, but we haven't had the camshaft pulleys disturbed, so we don't need to fit them. Now, one of my pet hates, silicone on gaskets. There's a gasket, it doesn't need silicone. Why people still do it this day and age, I do not know. Let's get this fitted, and these are only 10 newton meters. Water pump is on. Before we put the belt on, we need to clean the crankshaft. Timing belt, gear. Need to clean inside there, make sure it slides nice and easily. And also the crankshaft pulley. Now we're going to do it with a little bit of 3M Scotch pad. Spend about 5 minutes. Giving it a little bit of a clean. Gently does it. And it will come up a lot cleaner than what it is. I've probably spent now 5-10 minutes cleaning everything so everything spins nice and freely. Perfect. And also, if we get the crank pulley, remember I had to use a puller to get this off. Absolutely perfect. Let's go ahead and get the brand new timing belt on. Very simple to do. Very, very simple. I like doing these, I do, honest. This is why I like free floating pulleys so much. Easy, and the timing, once you've done it, everything is perfect. I think all cars. Make sure you've got the right in the middle. Make sure it's pressed down onto the camshafts, around the crank pulley, around the tensioner. Make sure everything's on. Pull the pin, and that is fully tensioned up. Crank pulley is tight. I've used the gun, I've done many of these, I know exactly how tight it should be. I put some marks on the crankshaft pulley, camshaft pulleys. I'm going to remove the timing tool now. I get an 18mm, I wind it over, and if all them marks are correct, which it should be, I'm going to chuck it into a time lapse and get this car built back together. Let's get going. Right, I wasn't going to do a voiceover, but here it goes. This is the bracket for the engine mount and also the aircon. It's not an aircon pump, it will identify it as an aircon pump. It is the alternator. Get them bolts back in. Yeah, what we doing next? Dropping the engine, timing cover is going back on. Get the little 8mm nipped up. They don't have to be too tight, it's only a plastic cover. There's the engine mount going back on. Nip them up with a gun, get everything into place. Lower the engine down, I think, in a minute. Yeah, lower the engine down, tighten them up, get on a bar, nip them up. Oh, fresh coolant, put that in, take the vehicle up, I think. Yeah, taking the vehicle up. And on this car now, we're going to take the engine support off. We've got, I don't know what I'm looking for, 13mm for the sump plug, because it is having a little bit of an oil and filter as well. And the rest is just trying to put the belt on. But anyway, there you go. All back together, simple as that. It doesn't take long to do these. Put some fresh coolant in it. I've done oil and filter, we put some fresh oil in it. Batteries connected. We've done everything right. It should start straight up. Let's get on the key. We've got a big start Rooney. We've got two choices, haven't we? It either does or it doesn't. Anyway, have any of you lot guessed how many miles it's done? Well, it's up and running. Oh, I tell you what, this magnet's strong. Anyway, there we have it. Up and running. Brand new alternator belt on it. I'm happy with it. I'm going to get it, well, let it get up to temperature, check the coolant, and while it's doing that, I'm going to put the headlights in and put all my tools away. Well, that car now is up to temperature. I've switched it off so I can just check the oil level and the coolant before it goes back to the customer. Now, let's see the mileage. It has done 27,000 miles. It's been extremely looked after. Not a high mileage car. And as far as they go, this little Fiesta is a proper one. As long as it's looked after, it's going to go for years and years and years. But anyway, I'm done. Tools aren't tidied up because I'll do it in a minute. I'll do it now in a minute. Chippy dinner. Can't beat a chippy dinner. I'm going to sit down now, have my dinner, try and get this video edited and uploaded for Sunday morning, and hopefully you lot will be watching it. But if you've enjoyed the video, please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe, and I will definitely see you on the next video at some point, whenever it shall be. Anyway, take it easy, let's get it sent.